Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to see the domain and range of the inverse function. Let's get started. Domain and range of the inverse function. First, we will see what are the rules to write down the domain and range of the inverse function. Rules are: domain of the given function is the same as the range of the inverse function. Range of the given function is the same as domain of the inverse function. What is the meaning of that? We will understand that by doing few questions based on that. The range is y values and the domain is x values. I have picked the same example which I have done it in the previous video. If you have not watched my previous video, please watch it. A function f is defined by f of x is equal to e to the power x plus 1 by 4 for the domain x is greater than or equal to 0. State the domain and range of f inverse. I need to state the domain and range of the inverse function. What is the inverse function? I did it in the last video. F inverse of x is given by ln bracket 4x minus 1. This is the inverse function. I need to give the domain and range. We know that the domain of the given function is x is greater than or equal to. What is our answer? The domain of the function is the range of the inverse function. So the range of this function, f inverse function, is y is greater than or equal to 0, because I am writing it down the range. The range are y values. The range of the inverse function, range of f inverse, will be given as y is greater than or equal to 0, because this is range, so y is greater than 0. This is my first answer for the range of f inverse of x. I need to calculate the domain of the f inverse of function. Domain of the inverse function is the range of the function. I need to write down the range of this given function. As you can see that this is the e to the power x graph. The basic e to the power x graph, if you plot it, it should pass through 1 and your curve is something like this. If you have to give the range, I need to get this value here on the y-axis where my curve, this given curve, cuts on the y-axis. On the y-axis, x is equal to 0. Let's substitute the value x is equal to 0 in our function. We will get f of 0 is equal to e to the power 0 plus 1 by 4. Anything raised to the power 0 is 1. So 1 plus 1 by 4, this is 2 by 4. If you cancel it out, this is half. This gives you that my given curve cuts on the y-axis at half. We have to check our domain, what is given to us, whenever we have to write down the range. That is very important. In our given function, the domain is x is greater than or equal to 0. That means all the values greater than 0 are my domain. So my range also starts from this point and greater than that. You can't say that the below values, negative values of x is included inside your range. Your range starts from this point. What is this point? This point is half. All the values greater than half is your range. This shows you that the range of the given function is all the values greater than or equal to half. Let's write down here. Range of f is given by y greater than or equal to half. All the values greater than half is the range of f. Range of f is the same as domain of f inverse of x, because we need to write down the domain. So the domain are x values. We will write down domain of f inverse is given by x is greater than or equal to half. This is the answer for your domain of the inverse function. Let's see one more example. The function f is such that f of x is equal to ln of 5x plus 2 for x greater than a, where a is as small as possible. Write down the value for a. First, we will write down the domain of this function. We know that inside the value of ln or log cannot be negative. That should be greater than 0. That cannot be equal to 0, because ln 0 or log 0, you can't find out the answer. So we will put the condition that the inside part is greater than 0 and find out the value for a. Let's do it here. So 5x plus 2 should be greater than 0. Let's find out the answer for x from here. Move this 2 on right hand side. It will be 5x is greater than negative 2. Divide this 5 on this side. You will get x is greater than negative 2 over 5, which will be given by x is greater than negative 0.4. This is the value for x. That means x should be greater than negative 0.4. The value for a is given by negative 0.4. Let's see the second question. Hence find the range of f. We know that the given function is the ln function. The basic ln graph is given to you is in the form of passes through 1, and your basic ln graph is like this. In the given function also we have the ln function. Only thing that this doesn't pass through the point 1, but our ln function will remain the same as the graph given to you right now here. We need to find out the range. Range are y values. As you can see that here all the values from minus infinity to infinity is the range of the ln function. The range of the given function will be given as range, which is f of x belongs to real number. All real numbers are your range of f. Let's see the next question here. Find f inverse of x stating its domain. We need to find out f inverse of x. F inverse of x, we need to first write down f. F of x is given to as y. Y is equal to ln of 5x plus 2. I told you if when you have to find out the inverse function, you have to replace y by x. Let's replace it. Replace y by x. This will be given as x is equal to ln 5y plus 2. I need to get the answer for y from here. This is ln. The base is e. This is in the logarithmic form. If I write down in the index form, this will be written as e to the power x is equal to 5y plus 2. This base e will come here and this will be given as a power, and inside part will be your answer. I need to get the answer for y. So move this 2 on left hand side. This will be given by 5y is equal to e to the power x minus 2. Y will be given by e to the power x minus 2 over 5. Divide this 5 on this side. This is not y. This is f inverse of x is equal to e to the power x minus 2 by 5. This is your inverse function and that is your answer. I need to write down the domain of this inverse function. We know that the domain of the inverse function is the same as the range of the function. What is the range of the function? We just figured it out here. Range of the function is given by f of x belongs to real numbers. That means real numbers is the domain for the f inverse function. Because we are writing it out domain, so that will be x. So my domain of f inverse will be given by x belongs to real number. That will be your answer. Let's see the next part here. On the axis, sketch the graph of y is equal to fx and y is equal to f inverse of x, stating the exact value of the intercept of the curves with the coordinate axes. We need to plot the function y is equal to fx. What is our function? F of x is given to us as ln 5x plus 2. This is our function. I need to see that where it will cut on the x-axis and y-axis. On the x-axis, y is equal to 0. So this is our basically y function. When I put y is equal to 0, this will be given as 0 is equal to ln 5x plus 2. The base is e. If I write down in the index form, I will get e to the power 0 is equal to 5x plus 2. Anything raised to the power 0 is 1. So 1 is equal to 5x plus 2. Move this 2 on left hand side. It will be 1 minus 2 is equal to 5x. So minus 1 is equal to 5x. X is equal to minus 1 by 5. This will give you minus 0.2 is the x value. If negative 1 is here, the middle value is negative 0.5 here. This should be divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts. So this part is negative 0.2. So my curve passes through this point. I need to find out where it will cut on the y-axis. On y-axis, x is equal to 0. Let's substitute x is equal to 0 in the function. we will get y is equal to ln of 5 multiplied by 0 is 0 plus 2. This will be given as ln 2. Y is equal to ln 2. Let's suppose that the ln 2 value is lying here. Ln 2 is here. I need to plot my graph. So my graph will be approximately given by like this. This will be the graph of my given function ln of 5x plus 2. I need to plot the inverse of the function. We know that the inverse of the function always plots through the axis of y is equal to x axis. If you don't want to figure it out, you can directly write down the answer here. Inverse of the function is the line here on y is equal to x axis. This value is ln 2 on the y axis. That means this passes through exactly here ln 2 on x axis. This is on x axis minus 0.2. So minus 0.2 will be on y axis here. So this point will be approximately here minus 0.2 here. I need to plot my graph. So my graph will be approximately given by like this. This passes through this point. This is the function for y is equal to fx. This is the function for y is equal to f inverse of x. Our inverse function is given by f inverse of x is given as e to the power x minus 2 over 5. This is equals to basically y. If I put y is equal to 0 and get the answer for x, this will be written as 0 is equal to e to the power x minus 2 over 5. Do this cross multiplication on this side. You will get 0 is equal to e to the power x minus 2. Move this 2 on left hand side. This will be 2 is equal to e to the power x. Write down in the logarithmic form. This will be written as ln 2 is equal to x. You found out the same answer on the x-axis as ln 2. If you want to find out the answer on the y-axis, x is equal to 0. Let's substitute here x is equal to 0. So y will be given by e to the power 0 minus 2 over 5. This will be written as 1 minus 2 over 5. This will be equal to minus 1 over 5, which is equals to minus 0.2. You got the same answer as this one. So this is how you can plot your given function and the inverse function. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment down below. Bye-bye everyone.